it did look pretty damn difficult for the side of Justera to try and get back into that one. So hopefully maybe they're going to have a little bit of a better showing this time and actually put up a bit more of a fight, because it was a little bit one-sided that previous game. So we'll see what Secret's going to lead up with. Justera, they ban out the IO, they ban out the Faceless Void this time. Maybe seeing that Team Secret had the first pick. I don't think Secret really prioritized the Faceless Void that much. But even still, 404, they do ban it out just to make sure that it doesn't come across at all. And they actually take the Magnus, seeing as how Secret actually took the Slardar as the first pick, seeing as how these two heroes were the ones that got banned by 404 in the previous game. So I would have thought that maybe Secret would have prioritized the Magnus over the Slardar, but hey, they take the Slardar and immediately, Justera, they take the Magnus, probably realizing that they don't want Secret to get the Slardar and the Magnus. That would just be real damn disastrous for them. So we'll see what they're going to do with this Mag in their hands, whether if they're going to potentially put it into like no one's hands and run it for the off lane, or if they're going to keep it as support like Secret always does, and maybe we'll just put it into the hands of Solo's position 5. We'll have to wait and see. But I think it's pretty self-explanatory inside of Secret where the Slardar's going. It's pretty much guaranteed to be in the hands of Zai for the off lane. We saw them do a game yesterday where Zai was on Slardar and Matuma Man went to Sven, and the amount of damage that those two managed to do purely because of the minus armor reduction, it was absolutely monstrous. I think they even picked up the Omni Knight in that series as well. So maybe this is like a reoccurring strat that Secret have now sort of developed and they're going to work on. So once again they pick the Omni Knight. That's going to be for Puppey as the position 5. Obviously not as strong as it used to be, but obviously it can still work out. So see what Justera is going to pick up for their second pick of this game. Maybe you want someone that can do relatively well against Slardar in the laning phase. There's not a million amount of heroes that does do particularly great against him. I suppose maybe they could go for like a Drow, because that way it keeps a bit of distance from the Slardar. Instead, they're actually going to take the Lina instead. So that's most likely going to be for Zayak in the position 4. No one does actually play it though as well for the off lane, so could potentially see that coming out. I have to just wait and see what they are going to use these two picks for. So as we saw in the previous game, I imagine Secret's going to start focusing a lot of their bans towards Sumail. I mean, Ramsey's heroes are still available to be picked, but I don't know, maybe they might ban out the Spectre. That is a hero that Ramsey does enjoy playing. Actually take off the Troll Warlord. And then just there ban out Sven. Probably obviously seeing as well Secret's game yesterday, they do not want Sven and Slardar to be on the same team. Especially with the status resistance that the Omni Knight does provide as well. Just makes it so damn difficult to lock him down. Lock him down. Big speech. Maybe Secret might ban out the Viper again. It was a hero that no one played in the previous game. Sort of right on it. But maybe they don't want to use that Viper ban if potentially Justera are going to take the Spectre, and that way they can put Nisha into the Viper for the mid lane. It's a good way of countering out the dispersion. Reduces a lot of the effective damage that Spectre can actually do. Instead they're going to ban out this Snapfire instead. I'm not too sure what position Justera actually played this Snapfire. Actually, I don't think they've even picked it at all so far on this team. Because obviously this is a brand new team, so all the information we have on them is pretty damn new. just sort of mainly got to build a lot of the basis off of what the particular players like to play rather than what the team tends to pick, if you know what I mean. Secret, they ban out the Pugna once again. He's a favourite hero on Sumail. And it can be quite a nuisance, especially to a physical damage based lineup. Which is what you're probably going to expect when you're going up against a Slardar, as they want to have a carry that can really benefit and abuse the fact that the Corrosive Haze just makes people so damn squishy. Just so they're actually going to lead up with the Phoenix pick. Maybe could potentially see a Mars grab now, especially seeing as how they banned the Lifestealer. So in which case that means the Magnus definitely will be going into the hands of Solo, and then Lina will probably be taking Zayak will probably take the Lina. Actually no, it must be a core Magnus. Seems like you've already got Phoenix and the Lina. Unless this is going to be Sumail for the Lina in the mid lane. There is potential either way. The Secret, they've actually gone for the PA, so that is a hero that can definitely abuse minus armor. Those crits are going to hurt like hell. So whoever does get hit by that Corrosive Haze is going to need to bail and run. So PA is also pretty good to go up against the potential Mars as well, being able to Phantom Strike over the top of the arena and be able to disengage from it at least. So they're actually going to grab the Terrorblade. That's not something you see very often. So that's going to be the Ramses hero for the safe lane on the side of Justera. And it's definitely a hero that can benefit from the Empower buff that's going to be coming out from this Magnus. So maybe they do want to push this Magnus to be more of a support role, just so Ramses is guaranteed to pretty much always have the Empower on him. And then maybe this is actually going to be a core Lina then, put into no one's hands. Yeah, I can definitely see that. But then Secret, they actually grab the Zeus. So that's going to be Nisha's hero for the mid lane. Now it's going to have that little guaranteed bit of global presence. Assist whoever's actually going for any sort of kills, no matter where they are. Especially once he gets that pretty quick Aghanims online, which is what you're going to expect them to build into. So it is looking like, yeah, position 4 for Secret, looking for Yapzor's hero, and Justera's looking for Sumail's hero for the mid lane. So they ban out the Skywrath, going to stop Yapzor from getting that. Team Secret take away the Storm Spirit, don't want that to fall into the hands of Sumail. I mean, we all seen I've seen the interview, but Sumail saying that he doesn't really enjoy playing Storm Spirit. He's damn good at it. He's one of the best players in the world at using the Storm Spirit, but he actually just doesn't enjoy playing it for some reason. It's quite interesting. They're actually going to take away the Invoker as well. He did play it in the previous game. He did do a good job, but unfortunately just couldn't make enough space to actually bring their team into that. So they'll take it away nonetheless. So maybe, I think maybe they sort of need a guaranteed stun. They are sort of lacking that so far in their lineup. All they've got is an LSA and an RP. Not really the best things to rely on. Could maybe see a Monkey King? Monkey King. Would a Monkey King be alright? I'll say, because Zeus's attack range is pretty damn poor, so the Monkey King would be able to apply a bit of pressure onto him during the actual laning phase. So the Leshrac isn't banned up this time, so maybe they might just grab that for Sumail. But they're probably going to wait and see what Secret picks up for Yapzor instead in that position 4 role. Could potentially see a Rubik, maybe? Well, actually, they're going to grab the Mirana. So Yapsol's going to be focusing a lot of his time on just rotating and trying to get a couple of grabs up in the mid lane. Wants to make as much space for Nisha as he can in the early portions. So we'll see what Justero's going to grab up. Maybe realising the rotation potential is going to be coming out from this Mirana. Maybe if that sways their pick at all, or there's not really much you can really pick to counteract a Mirana. Maybe a Puck. So you can always jaunt and phase shift to dodge the arrows if you ever are going to get caught out by it. Plus the silence interrupts the Zeus quite badly. Plus it does also hinder the ability for the PA in the Slardar to make much moves around team fights. Yeah, I think I quite like the Puck actually. Not sure if it's a hero Sumail really plays very often, but it is definitely a hero he can play. There's only 19 seconds now, so we'll see what they can grab up. Now I should go for the Beastmaster, so is Sumail going to take the Magnus mid then? Yeah, okay, so Sumail's taking the Magnus mid, no one's going off lane with the Beastmaster. So there isn't just going to be that Empower bot following around Ramses this entire game. But even still, they got quite a nice few few ultimates for these coming team fights. You got an RP, you got the Egg, you got the Raw. It will be quite nice. Your Secret, they're not really super reliant on big cooldowns in order to team fight. I think the biggest ult cooldown they've got is Omni Knight's Guardian Angel, but it's never really a thing you definitely need in order to do these fights. I mean, it will definitely mitigate a lot of the damage that will be coming out from Ramses at least. I mean, looking at these lineups, I definitely prefer Just Errors. I think when it actually comes to team fights, I think they actually have more utility to work around. But I think the fact that Just Errors is still a new team and it is Secret that they're up against, I still think I'm just going to favour Secret to win this one. Despite that fact, of course. But, you know, I could be wrong. We'll just have to wait and see. Justero might be able to pull some crazy magic out the hat here. But they don't need to pull it out of the hat, they just need to play well with their lineup, really. Work well as a team. I'm sure they'll be able to do it. But still, looks like everyone's just going to go for like a 2-1-2 setup for them. See if Yapsol lands many of these arrows that will just set Zai up to just charge at someone, stun lock them up. Or all they want, if they want to set up for the stuns first, because they will have the bash and then the crush on top. So what's that going to be? It's going to be. Where's the stun duration for Slivering Crush? Where is it? Stun duration. It's only 1 second. Then you got the 1 second for the bash. That's 2 seconds for him to set up for an arrow for Yapsor. Could work. But it's still probably most likely going to see the arrow connection first, I imagine. In this mid lane, Nisha up against Sumail, Magnus up against the Zeus. Who would I actually prefer in this sort of lineup? I mean, Zeus will obviously be able to apply a little bit more pressure onto Sumail. I think it should be a relatively even matchup in this case. I mean, Zeus always likes going up against melee heroes because then there's actually someone he can outrange at least. Who actually wins the blocky war? Nisha wins it. So he's going to have that slight little high ground advantage. Very handy indeed. The Sumail actually starting off with the Empower level 1. I think normally you tend to see like the Shockwave level 1 just so you can guarantee the range creep. But choosing not to go for that, they're going to go for something slightly different. Oh, Zayak and no one. Put loads of pressure onto Puppey. I mean, normally he's not exactly the tankiest hero in the early portions of the game. So he can be harassed out relative ease until he does get a few levels online. No one's Curry actually ended up getting sniped by Puppey there. Nice little sneaky movement. Arrow, yeah, just to secure the range creep, wants to guarantee that little bit of XP boost for him and Yapzor. Him and Zai, sorry. Yapzor and Zai. That's what I meant to say. So you get the final Fire Spirits connection. He's juking, he's jiving. And he's not going to be able to. Ooh. Remember what, Zai's actually rotated around. There's obviously no dive hit for Solo to try and escape. Arrow, easy connection there. Follow up stun there from Zai. Still saving onto the crush just yet. Doesn't want to quite waste it in the first couple of hits. And Solo, easy first blood there for Zai and Yapzor. There's the downside of obviously having Fire Spirits level 1 is you have no way to survive if someone goes on you. But I mean, at least Ramses, he's got better CS so far than Matumbaman. 14-5 to the 9-1. It's a little bit more difficult to try and control up a Terrorblade when he has his Metamorphosis online. But it's obviously off now for another 30 seconds. Probably see him spam that out once it is up again. This is quite difficult though for an Omni Knight to actually make space for a PA, especially when he's up against a Beastmaster and Alina. Because these two heroes can apply a lot of damn pressure and a lot of damage. But in the mid, 16-3 to Nisha to the 15-2 of Sumail. So again in the mid, pretty damn even. Only a barely slight lead for Nisha so far. But he's used all of his bottle charges. Sumail still got one charge left. We'll see who gets lucky with the 4-minute bounty runes later on. Oh, Neil up top. Puppey actually does end up falling to no one and Zayak. And Matumbaman's put himself in a really dangerous position. These body blocks coming up from no one. He's holding him back, and the LSA even connects. And that's just Matumbaman going down. Double kill for Zayak. Very nice little start for them in this top lane. Oh, in the previous game, we saw Matumbaman die like 4 times in the laning phase, and they still managed to bounce back. So we'll see if they're able to do that again. But it's definitely a lot harder for Matumbaman to farm this game. Like, trying to go melee range up against Beastmaster and Alina, it's real damn difficult. Especially as more levels just get put into these balls, they just hurt so damn much, and the slow is really goddamn obnoxious. Maybe Zai wants to try and set up for a go here onto Ramses. He's got his, we did have his splash available. But even still, it's pretty difficult for Ramses to try and contest CS's while he doesn't have his meta up online. Maybe right now the creep wave's going to push into his tier 1. Even still, the CS for the mid lane is still super even. Really damn even. Both of them just sort of popping in and out on the jungles, just farm up. Even both filling up their own bottles with the bounty runes. I didn't actually check to see who got the... actually, Nisha got that 4-minute bounty bottle rune as well. Probably just gave him a little slight advantage in the sustainability war between these two. Up top, there's constant pressure being applied here to Matu. Just get healed up though from Puppey. And Puppey immediately knows that as soon as he starts getting gone on by these two, he has to just TP out, otherwise he's guaranteed dead. So nice little well-read play there by him. So Absol is trying to make some rotations around the map. He's still only level 2 though. Hasn't been too successful with any of these ganks as of yet. Only since that first blood that they managed to get onto solo. He's pretty close to getting his level 3. I think he just wants to sap a little bit of XP just so he can guarantee that. He got his level 3. Is he going to go 2 points into arrow? He will go 2 points into arrow. So he's just going to heavily invest in trying to land those arrows and try and set up for some kills. Especially for Nisha in this mid lane. Ramsey's now moved himself into the forest, into the jungle. Sorry. Even just going to get a little empower there by Sumail just to help ramp up his farming speed. Down to the bot lane. Xayah just making a dive onto solo, and Nisha just clears that up with the Thunder God's Wrath. Easy money for him. I'm guessing he'd already used his dive. It's pretty difficult for, pretty easy for Slarla, sorry, to cut the distance. Especially he's putting a couple of levels into the sprint. Solo immediately rotates back down towards the bot lane. He needs to be careful though. There's an arrow up in 5 seconds, and I imagine YapzOr's going to go for this. So you could end up losing their top tier 1 tower though. I think Puppey's just Matumbaman, sorry, has just been forced to rotate into the jungle. Definitely not something he wants to do. He's so far down on that CS chai, net worth chai. He's 6th at the moment. Just the pressure that no one's been able to apply is just way too damn difficult to deal with. But Raw is also online now. We'll see if maybe they might try and make a move to see if they can find Matu and get a nice little easy pick off onto him. It doesn't look like they're going to find anything. Oh, we are down bottom though. Solo once again gets caught out. And he will fall once more. But I mean, at least their tier 1 tower is still super healthy, and they've already taken away Secret's tier 1. So they've got that little slight advantage going in their favour. Well, I say little slight advantage, but no one's at the moment just crushing this top lane. He's even just completely soaking up all the farm in the jungle as well. There's just so little that Matu can actually do to start increasing his farm in this game. And he doesn't even have any sort of farming mechanic to really ramp it up. He is now building into the Battle Fury, but he's only just finished up his power tread, so it's going to be a while away yet before he actually has that online. LSA does get there from Xayah. It's a good substitute. RP comes in as well as the Raw. Stun are both in place. Nisha falls pretty damn quickly. Puppey's able to slide. The rotation comes out from Xayah though. He's getting hit a lot there by Ramses. The Metamorphosis online, and the Dragon Slave just catches the back end of Xayah and he falls. So 2 kills there from the side of 404. Definitely a good first usage of those 2 ultimates. And now they're going to just transition this into a nice tier 1 tower take. And it seems like 404 that they're executing all of their plans pretty damn well so far this game. I mean, the fact that Martu's also trying to build up for the Battle Fury for the farm build, it just sort of shows that their initial plan to go super aggressive and just try and get early kills is sort of gone. So normally he would just try and go straight for that Desolator to really ramp up the damage that they're able to do in conjunction with the Corrosive Haze. But he is forced to now go for that Battle Fury to try and close the gap between him and Ramses. There's already a 1,300 gold difference between the two of them. And until he gets that Battle Fury online, it's just going to keep growing as Ramses has got this Empower on him as well as the Conjure Images, just really allowing him to just massively increase his farming speed. So maybe Yabsaw, no, he's just going to try to select the creep. I thought maybe they might potentially want to make a move onto him, but it's quite difficult with just him and PA. Not really much damage that the two of them can do at the moment, especially seems like that Sunder is available to just completely turn it around. Blink Dagger online for Smell, also now for Zai. And Smell even spots out Nisha, just going to commit the RP and drag him back into the rest of Just Error. No one didn't even have to bother committing on his Raw. Pretty easy kill there. Just Zeus is way too squishy at this part. And got his Necronomicon online as well. He could potentially, if he just keeps this kind of pressure going, he could actually just end up taking this tier 2 tower before the 20-minute mark. And that would be really costly for the side of Secret. But it looks like maybe they want to make a move towards the mid lane. Zai's going to jump straight onto Zai. The LSA does actually connect and it's going to hold him back, but it's not going to be enough to keep him away. And Nisha even just clears that kill up with the quick little Thunder God's Wrath. He's like, I need the money more than you guys do. Zai, ooh, he nearly found no one there, but he just managed to get that TP off in time. Yep, so he's on the hunt for something else, but jump forward there from Solo. We'll connect onto him. Sumail, he can't quite get close enough to try and go for some sort of Blink Dagger skewer play. The rest of Secret, they're actually rotating around here. The Thunderstrike there does actually spot out the ward, so Solo... Oh, he forced out the egg. Just try and survive this. I think they're still going to be off damage. Nice stun there from Zai. Holds him back. The RP is now available if Sumail wants to commit just to keep himself alive. It would be pretty costly if he's forced to do that. Arrow, the little dagger there from Martu actually manages to get the cleanup kill. And Zai quickly falls as well. So 3 kills there for Secret. Finally, they find something advantageous in this game. I mean, it's definitely something that they needed. They were really starting to lag behind until that move happened. So there's definitely going to be a nice little morale boost for the team. I mean, Martu, he's still working towards this this Battle Fury though, and he's still quite a few components away from finishing it. How's the farm on Smell going? Pretty good. Taking the free Roshan as well. Secret, I have no idea this is going on. So that's going to be ages since the hands of the Terrorblade. Pretty close. Actually, he's got his Manta finished up as well. It's coming up on there on the Courier. Is the Corrosive Haze, can you purge that off? Yeah. So he will be able to Manta off the Corrosive Haze as well. That will keep make him a little bit more sustainable. He was going to force out the Glyph there from the side of Secret, but they should still be able to force down this tier 2 tower. Especially before the 20-minute mark as well. So they're going to get a nice little XP boost for their team. Still only Necro 1 for no one. He's actually swapping it out and going for the Pipe of Insight, so not really bothering about upgrading his Necro, unless that's come out of the creep. No, yeah. So he's got Hood of Defiance completed up. Going straight for that Pipe. Just really going to reduce the damage that Nisha can do. Sumail just working towards his BKB. Wants to get that online so he can actually get into a decent position to get these RPs off. And Matu, he's finally finished up that Battle Fury. So start to see his farm ramping up a little bit. He's going straight for that Deathslayer as his next side. Move on in the mid lane. Zai, he jumps forward, he gets the stun connection onto Zai, getting quite a bit of damage. The egg gets committed. Looks like Zai potentially wants to try and get it killed. No, he won't. Oh, the Roar comes out. He's still in the range of the egg, so he will get caught out. But the nice Heaven's Grace there comes out. It will actually reduce the stun duration. The RP comes out from Sumail. It only connects onto Nisha. And with the Guardian's Grace, we'll keep everyone alive for now. It's going to force a lot of damage. The Absol connects the arrow. Even Sumail ends up falling. Just everyone in Just Era is in full retreat. Ramsey's the only one to survive. And they don't even get any kills against Secret. And they use all of their big ultimates. That's really got to feel bad. It's so nice having that Heavenly Grace. It made all those stuns on Zai last like half a second each. It really reduces the effectiveness of a lot of the ultimates on the side of Just Era. So what is it? Status resistance of 50. So does that mean, is that everything gets reduced by 50%? All stun durations and everything? Is that how it works? I'm not too sure, to be honest with you. I think it is. But even still, and that's with the Aegis in the hands of Ramses as well, but he just couldn't do much with it. I think his Metamorphosis was actually still on cooldown. So maybe a little bit of miscommunication there between Fatal Error, choosing to fight while he didn't actually have that ability available. Definitely reduces his effectiveness in team fights. It looks like maybe just Fatal Error. They want to try and make a move down bottom onto Matu. Ramses charging forwards, trying to get the grab onto him, but the rest of Secret's actually waiting up top. Going to provide a little bit of assistance. And Zai does spot out the rotations coming out from Solo. So they realise that there's a large hero committal from the side of Fatal Error in this area as well. So it might not be the best time to actually go for it. Meanwhile, actually, Solo, he gets caught out. The Raw spotting his movements perfectly. And with the Nimbus and the jump forward from Zai, he's quick food. Here's just the position 5, but he kills the kill. Ooh, down the bottom, Matu, he actually spots out Ramses. I'm not sure if he really wants to try and jump on him just on his own. Actually, yeah. It's like, ooh, they just spot out Matu. And now he gets it, the ultimate from the Mirana. They will drop down the ward front and spot him. The NSA, Buster Raw, and the Laguna Blade all gets dumped on him. And Matu just drops in a second. They're going to see if they can find something else. They get the vision onto Puppey, but there's the Nimbus. Going to try and hold it back. Even a very, very defensive egg. Nice arrow there from the Absol. Is going to hold Ramses back. So that's a large portion of Fatal Error's damage has been completely mitigated. And Sumail jumps forward, trying to get something else onto Puppey, but they couldn't quite get enough lockdown. And Puppey's able just to walk it all off. I mean, but they do find that very nice kill onto Matu. Slowing his game down a little bit more. But he is slowly climbing his way back up onto that CS. He's only about 2,300 gold behind Ramses. So this is still a nice little advantage for him, but it's not insurmountable. 2,200 gold sat in his pocket as well. Probably going to be building into a Skadi. Aegis reclaimed as well, but looks like Secret, they're grouping up in the mid lane. Maybe want to make some sort of rotations down towards the bot lane. They're actually just going to fall back. Ramses TP's up to the top lane just to try and start farming up this jungle. Secures one of the bounty runes as well. So it ends up just being a 2 for 2 on the bounties. So I think he's got his pipe online now. It's getting delivered from the courier. I think. Yeah, so he's got his pipe online. So that will definitely provide a lot more survivability for the rest of his team in these fights. But even still, that is just magic damage block. So that's sort of countering the Zeus out. But even still, there's the ridiculous amount of physical damage that's coming out from Zai and Matu. That's like one of the main things that they need to worry about. So we'll probably see him queue up an AC perhaps as his second item. Or third item. Just to provide a little bit more assistance for his team. Or maybe he's going to finish up this Medallion of Courage and go straight for that Solar Crest. And just try and turn Ramses into this big raid boss who can just right-click the world. But I think Ramses, he's got his Guardian line. I think he might need to build a BKB now. There's just a lot of... there's not a huge amount of lockdown, but just when Zai gets on top of him, it can be pretty difficult for him to just keep chucking out those right-clicks. As well as it will reduce a large portion of the damage that's going to be coming out from Nisha. Oh, he jumps forward, he actually gets the connection on Solo. And with the Nimbus on top, he falls incredibly fast. But once again, it is just the position 5, so it doesn't matter a huge amount for the side of Fatal Error. And there's actually the BKB finish up for Sumail as well. The Desolator now online for Martu, so this is going to be even more damage damage increase and for the side of Secret. Takes away the tier 2 as well, so they're able to take the enemy outpost. Oh, just this image from Ramses alone, doing loads of pressure onto the tier 3, actually takes it down to half HP. This is so damn annoying having to constantly deal with these images. Oh, maybe Fatal Error was going to try and hunt something down there, but they couldn't actually find anything. Just these two wards from the side of Secret, just basically showing everyone on the side of Fatal Error. They will deny one of them, but there is still the other ward available. So they will spot it out. It looks like Zai is going straight onto Zayak with the Nimbus Cloud. There's nothing the Zaya can do there. Just way too much burst damage, especially with the global damage from the Nimbus and the Thunder God's Wrath. Even now an Aghanims online for Zai, so he's just going to be even more survivable in these team fights, making those big awkward puddles. Smartu building onto that BKB is his third item. What's Nisha got so far? He's got his Ags, he's got his Yules, he's got his bots, so now he's actually working for an Octarine core. Just wants to go full spam mode. That's all he needs to do. Roshan up in 1 minute 45. So there's just going to be constant hawks out now from no one, just permanently scouting out the Roshan pit. Just so they know immediately when that Roshan's up and whether a Secret's going to try and make any sort of crazy moves in there themselves. Massive map draws there coming out from Ramses. I think that arrow was meant to clip onto that creep. I think Yapzor just missed. Whoops. So the Yapzor even building up himself. He's got his Yules. And he's actually going for the Axe himself. What's... Okay. So it's just permanent Starfalls. Does not trigger if the enemy doesn't see Mirana. It's okay. It's not like super incredible. It's not too bad. Oh, meanwhile in the mid though, Zai jumps forward, gets connection onto no one. He drops really quick. It wasn't even a crit from Martu, and he just done about a quarter of his HP. Just gets slapped down. They're going to move to the Roshan pit, but it's still not up for another 28 seconds. I think that was like the big game plan there from Secret to try and make even more space. Ooh, this ward, it does actually spot out Solo once again. So Zeiss is on the hunt. He's going to dive this tier 2 for him. Nimbus comes out. He's going to try and ramp on this damage. Even Martu gets involved. And the Phoenix gets burnt to ashes. And she's not going to rise up from that one. So Roshan, he's up now. He will get scouted out by Martu's courier. So they're immediately going to start moving into this area now. There is a couple of members of Fatal Error all gathered around this mid lane, so I think they probably realise this is going to be happening soon. Even a buyback from Solo. So that's just alarm bells for Secret now. They're like, okay, they're going to try and make something happen here. Moving this a bit. Ramsey just moves straight on in there. He's going to start chugging down to this Roshan. Thunderbolt's Wrath comes out. Eggs put almost in the background, but it's miles away from the rest of the fight. Zai now just moves into the pit. He does actually manage to snatch the Aegis, so that's taken away from Ramses. He's going to die, but it doesn't matter. The damage is already done. Arrow nearly actually connects down to Ramses as well. Zai's about to come back up. We can see if everyone commits. The Roar comes out. The RP! What happened there from Sumail? Did he go to anyone? He got completely cancelled. He ends up dropping. Martu gets pretty low himself. Comes out from the swamp there, coming out from Ramses. Not quite enough. Solo drops in the background. Zai's able to focus him down all on his set, all by himself. No one. He's getting jumped on from Matumbaman. He drops once more. Now Ramses left all alone. He's going to have to try and stand his ground. The nice LSA coming out there from Zayak does keep Ramses alive for now. Manages to pop this cheese. I don't think he's going to be able to do it. He's going for the TP out. Is he going to be able to make it? Oh, no, he just barely dies. Jesus Christ, that was close. So it ends up being a team wipe on the side of Just Error. And Secret, all they do is lose Puppey. So now they're just going to barrel down this mid lane. Just a lovely little Aegis snatch there by Zai. Jumping in there at the perfect time. And take away that big advantage from Just Error. And, well, it just spells doom for everything. They could not do any of that RP from Sumail. I think he just got caught by the Nimbus Cloud, perhaps? Or maybe it was actually the Aura. The static field from the Zeus that just cancelled his Blink Dagger. Because he RP'd absolutely nothing. I think he's probably a little bit annoyed about that. But even still, it's more space. So Secret, they take away the tier 2 mid. Going to take away this tier 1 up top. And probably just keep this pressure going and move on to the tier 2 as well. I don't really think there's any reason for them to fall back at all. Martu now got his 10-second BKB ready to use in the next coming engagement. Even the Ags online for Yapzor as well. Puppey, he's got a Blink Dagger online. Just so he can make sure he gets into those decent positions to put all the buffs onto his teammates. So he's just making sure he's miles behind the rest of them. Refresher Orb actually now online for Nisha as well. He said, screw the goddamn Octarine core, I just want Refresher. So now we're going to have double Nimbus, double Thunder God's Wrath. I don't know if he actually has the mana pool to commit that, but Ramses is running into the front. He actually end up getting spotted out here. Nimbus gets committed now by Nisha. Does quite a bit of damage, but it's not going to be enough damage to hold him back. Solo, he's going to actually drop to the solo. Nimbus will jump in from Zai. It's a goddamn Ravage, connects onto 3. The Roars has to be used defensively. Nice RP though, comes out for Sumail. Going to push everyone back towards Ramses, but there's just not enough damage. He falls. Ramses going to bop. He just about manages to get the swap out, but it's not going to be enough. Zai, he might actually end up falling. No, he's going to retreat in the last couple of assets. He survives. And then Ramses, he still ends up falling. Zayak's the only one to barely survive, and he goes for a TP out. But even still, 4 members on the side of Just Error fall yet again. Secret don't even lose anything this time. And I think this is just it. Again, that was every single ultimate used from Just Error. And they couldn't win. They just could not do it. Zai just jumps immediately onto Zayak. We couldn't quite get the connection. Not close enough. I mean, no one's up in 3 seconds. Sumail's going to be up in 5 seconds, but they don't have any of their ults to make anything happen here. This Puppey's just making sure there's permanent Heavenly Grace on Matumbaman. And all he has to do is just stand so far back that there's just nothing that Just Error can really do to get him out of these fights. Even if they do jump onto him, he's got 2,000 HP. It's pretty damn difficult. And if they're focused onto him, that means Martu and Zai's just free to jump onto whoever they like and deal loads of damage. As well as Nisha just sat in the back, throwing out lightning bolts left, right, and centre. Oh, in the mid. Ramses nearly gets gone on there by Martu, but I think Martu James is fine. Not want to get too crazy. We're gonna have to see the most perfect combo coming up for Fatal to get themselves in this game. Oh, they get the raw connection onto Puppey. With the follow-up damage, the Goonflare gets him in. He ends up dropping. Meanwhile, Zai comes in. Another Ravage connection. Stuns onto 3. The Sunder comes out, swapping his life with Zai. Zai's getting pretty low. No one's dropping damn low himself. Just a single dagger comes out from R2, finishes him off. A crit to Ramsey's face, and he's forced to just run away. Zayak, nice LSA connection. He's going to hold Martu back for now. Meanwhile, in the back, though, Yapzor's just making loads of space. Zayak ends up falling, but Yapzor, he's got the vision on Sumail and Ramses. Oh, they just call it. They call GG. They're done. They are done. Oh, dearie me. Absolutely like colossal dominance showing there coming out from Secret. I mean, the start, it was going pretty well for the side of 404. Like, no one did a pretty good job up top. He made it so Martu was forced to go to the jungle. And even then, he was just stealing all the creeps away. So Martu's start of the game was really damn rough. But, I mean, I don't think Nisha was really pressured that much in the mid lane. He was able just to farm up. And then that made the space for Martu to eventually get back into this game. And yeah, I think it was just a couple of points where there was a little bit of miscommunication on the side of Just Arrow, which cost them that game. But I mean, it is something you're going to expect from a team which is only a couple of weeks old. But we'll probably see them iron out those little kinks, and hopefully they'll be able to form into a real dominant team. But unfortunately, at the moment, Secret just mopped the floor with them, and yeah, just nothing they could really do. So that's that game over. Job done. And Team Secret, nice early finish for them. But if you guys have enjoyed the content I've been able to provide, and you've just enjoyed my commentary in general, then please think about following me on Twitch, Twitter, or YouTube. I post on Twitter what I'm going to be casting in advance. So yeah, if you're interested and you want to support me, then yeah, please think about following me in the future and watching whatever's going to be coming up next on my channel. So hopefully I'll see you guys there. Cheers.